It's the SKOR North Twins Show.
All right, SKOR North Twins Show, live from a stairwell at Busch Stadium, hanging out here. First time at Busch. It was a great place to see. I have a lot of takes on what opening day looks like here, and I'm going to save those on a full edition of the SKOR North Twins Show. But the Twins do fall to the St. Louis Cardinals today by a final score of 5-3. Not a great opening start to the season, of course, but it is game 1 out of 162. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button here on the SKOR North Twins Show YouTube channel. I'm going to try to be pumping out as much content as I can, just like I did last year. I'll be at the majority of home games. I probably won't be traveling a ton like I am just for today, and I won't be at Saturday or Sunday's game here in St. Louis, but had an opportunity to come down here and didn't want to pass it up. So, Twins lose opening day. Kind of a rough go of it for Pablo Lopez. Let's start there. Let's start with Pablo. So Pablo goes 5 innings, gives up 8 hits, 4 runs, 2 were only earned, if that helps out a little bit. No walks, 3 strikeouts, 87 pitches, 57 strikes, and I believe if my terrible handwriting says 11 swings and misses. So not what you want to see from your ace early on in his first appearance. Honestly, it was weird. He gives up a single to start to Nootbaar, and then he balks. And I know some fans on Twitter, I couldn't get a great view of it. Rocco said after the game it was Pablo's hands that flinched, which then insinuated the balk call. We can't see inside the glove. Pablo was pretty mixed on it, I would say. He wasn't sure if his hands flinched, but also he acknowledged, well, what am I also supposed to do? I can't challenge that situation, and he was hopefully just going to be able to move on. Well, after striking out Contreras, Donovan gets him in with an RBI single, so bottom of the first, it's already 1-0 St. Louis. And then Pablo just really struggled to settle in until the 4th and 5th inning. He gave up another home run to Nootbaar, gave up just a lot of bleeders. The thing with Pablo is he loves to say is kill strikes. Kill strikes, is that what it is? Execution with 2 strikes was something that Pablo has always been very good at. Today, the majority of the hits from the Cardinals came with those 2 strikes against him, which was really hurting him. I mean, when it's 0-2, 1-2, you have to finish. And look, I think he acknowledges that. Kill counts is what he calls it. And last season, Pablo was very good. Opponents only hit 170 with 2 strikes. And yes, typically when you have 2 strikes on a hitter, it's always going to be advantage pitcher. But today was not the case, and just trying to fine-tune some of that. Changeup, that's a good pitch for him. The sweeper, which was kind of up and down pitch for him last season after being a very good pitch for him in 2023. I know I don't have the visuals here, forgive me, for my YouTube audience, but the velocity was right around where it was last year. Spin rates were a little down. That's kind of interesting. But he had 11 swings and misses. He generated some strikeouts. He ended up having retired the last 7 guys he faced before being pulled after 87 pitches. But still, he's your ace, right? And you want to see him start the season a lot stronger than that. And I know there were some fans concerned about Pablo Lopez's game going into this year because he kind of just had this weird bookends of a rocky start. He carried an ERA north of 5, but his FIP was really good, and his advanced number said he was a lot better pitcher than that. So, yeah, I totally get it. Fans might be a little worried about Pablo there. I look at him as someone who's like just such an intellectual, deep thinker, probably like the most intellectual player on the team, leader on the team. I don't think this is a concerning appearance from him to start the year, but I get it. Fans wanted to see him put together a more complete year than he did last year, and I do think he will, but a rough game, obviously, for Pablo Lopez. And sticking on the pitching side, honestly, a rough game for Griffin Jacks. Your 2 best pitchers on paper this year in Pablo Lopez and Griffin Jacks allowed all the runs, and that was an issue. So the fact that took place, that was obviously not ideal. Griffin Jacks gives up a home run. He walks a guy, gets pulled after just 20 pitches. Thank you, appreciate it. And Pablo also gave up, obviously, the other run. So kind of ironic that the Twins' best pitchers heading into 2025 kind of weren't able to get it done for them. But not the best day for those 2. Offensively for the Twins, let's see here. So they did load the bases in the second. They had a chance to still kind of get back into this game. They had bases loaded, 1 out. Jose Miranda strikes out, takes a strike 3. I mean, this team has kind of overhauled, obviously, their hitting coach and Matt Borgschulte and some philosophy things. you can't be taking a strike 3 with the bases loaded. You just simply can't. So Jose Miranda strikes out there, and then Harrison Bader, who honestly had a great day at the plate, was probably the highlight for the Twins today. We'll get to him in just a sec. He pops up, so you waste that opportunity. Last year, the Twins were 24th in batting average with the bases loaded, so situational hitting is something they really want to be working on, and they obviously weren't able to do that here today a little bit. They need to be a little bit better in that area, but they still end up making this a game. They get a big 2-run home run from Harrison Bader. Eventually, the former Cardinal in his return got a great standing ovation. Plays a very good left field. Bader gives up a 2-run homer, and then eventually Willie Castro drives in Trevor Larnach, who also had a phenomenal day at the plate today. Trevor Larnach reached base on 3 in his 4 plate appearances, putting the ball the other way. Just a great situation. Talking about situational hitter, but just a great hitter in my opinion. I really feel like Trevor Larnach slept on. He has a great day at the plate, and the Twins, they're only down 1 run after this disastrous start. It's 4-0 after 3, and then they crawl back within 1 run before the Griffin Jacks home run. So I get it, not a great start there. And in the top of the order, I see some of the comments here. Matt Wallner had a walk, he had a strikeout. He did have opportunity to put the team back up in the 9th inning, but strikes out to end the game. I still think they'll give Matt Wallner a run. I chatted with Rocco pregame. You can go find the other SKOR North Twins show from this afternoon, where Rocco explained his logic kind of on what he wants to see from someone like Matt Wallner in the leadoff spot. But yeah, I mean, the Twins were able to crawl back into this for a little bit before obviously falling. So a rough go of it for the Twins, but I'm certainly they're probably going to be in a much better spot going forward. And I think they'll be rebound just fine. They have the off day. They had the rain delay, right? It was rain delay for about almost 90 minutes, I think, almost 2-hour rain delay. And so that throws things off a little bit, makes things a little more wonkier. It's opening day, the jitters, and you're at an all-time high in excitement. So hopefully the Twins are able to bounce back from this, and they head to Chicago afterwards before returning home for their home opening series against the Houston Astros. So those are just some of my takeaways from today. I think Pablo has to be a lot better with 2-strike approach. I mean, and I think more times than not he certainly will. Harrison Bader, a very good day at the plate, plays a really good left field. I think you're going to see probably a lot of him in the outfield. Trevor Larnach DH'd, and to be honest, that's the wise move in terms of DHing versus left field for those 2 players. I think you're going to see a lot of Harrison Bader in left. Gives the Twins just that much more juice in the outfield. But then the right side of the infield defense today, kind of a journey. I mean, Ty France makes a couple good scoops at the plate, and he actually stung the ball twice well today that Victor Scott stole some hits away. I mean, if those 2 balls drop, the Twins are probably winning this game. But really, Castro had a little bit of a rough go. Ty France misses a diving ball. Like their defense has to be better. It was not great last year, and can they fix up some of that? Can they sew up some of that stuff throughout the year? I hope so. They kind of need to. They don't really have a clear-cut, everyday Gold Glove caliber second baseman. Willie Castro is going to get the bulk of those starts there, but he's also your backup shortstop. So eventually, like Edward Julian will get run at second base. But yeah, Twins fall today to the St. Louis Cardinals on opening day. Sorry about that. Twins fall today to the St. Louis Cardinals on opening day. But hit the like button, subscribe button here to keep supporting the SKOR North Twins Show YouTube channel. See some of these comments from Ben, even like, what a disaster from Major League Baseball today on the streaming side. Yeah, I was fortunate to be here. I was very lucky to be here. Did not sound like it was a great debut for the MLB streaming side. I know the Twins and the Guardians and other teams are now there, and it was down for majority of the game. Man, it was really strange. So hopefully that they are able to work out some of those kinks, because Twins fans deserve it, and they need a place to watch their games. And if their streaming platform's not working, well, that's obviously going to be a pretty big issue. But yeah, this is just a quick little episode. Wanted to hop on, say hello. Go find my episode from pregame. There's still evergreen stuff in there, even though it doesn't relate to, even though this game has happened. There's plenty of stuff there on Carlos Correa, the Willie Castro backup shortstop thing, Matt Wallner's leadoff logic from Rocco. So there's some cool content there. Appreciate you guys that have liked and supported the SKOR North Twins Show over this last year. We'll have some extra innings episodes. We'll for sure have one on Sunday. I'll be back at home in Minneapolis for that one. But we'll have Twin Show content. Oh, and Kieran's. I should flash this on the screen here. Home opener will be live at Kieran's Irish Pub in downtown Minneapolis from 1 to 2 o'clock that afternoon. So if you want to come by and say hello, I'll be racing back from Target Field most likely before from Access. So I'll have some tidbits there for you guys. So if you want to come hang out with Kieran's, we'd love to see you. It's just steps away from Target Field and Target Center. So go check out Kieran's. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Hit that like button, subscribe button to the SKOR North Twin Show YouTube channel, 5-star rating on Apple. And I'll be providing more content for you. Hopefully the Twins do find their first win maybe on Saturday after the off day here from an opening day loss to the Cardinals. Be talking at you guys. Thank you.